we go.
That's right.
I don't want anyone to ever go to jail. That is not my intention. Are you going to be arresting him for assault?
No arrest will be made today.
Why would that be?
Just ask you, are you refusing to wear a mask?
No, it's not required.
You're refusing to wear a mask?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, what's your job duty? We're stepping up.
man.
Did she lock us in here? Man, this lady just locked us inside of a vault. God.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Fraudulent Roundup with Sheriff White, a moron. Want to welcome you back. Help my channel continue to shrink by watching my videos, sharing my videos, commenting on my videos. Turn on that notification bell. Take that there like button, like it, dislike it. Put a mirror on one of the steps of its stairs and watch it flip out next time it goes down the stairs. Today's smooth-headed moron is this guy goes by the channel name Liberty Troll. This guy makes my ears hurt. He's not loud. He's not overly passive-aggressive. He ain't screaming. But he spends the entire video explaining to these workers and the police the job and their law. And it falls on deaf ears as it should. And of course, he winds up getting arrested at the end because apparently these cops just didn't listen to him. So anyway, let's sit back and let's round us up a frauditor.
All right, Liberty Trollers, we're outside the tax collector for Polk County, Florida. Beautiful flag out front, looks to be in good condition. Also, as you can see, we have the Polk County Sheriff vehicle out front. So I would assume there's some law enforcement inside. We're just exercising our First Amendment right to freely take pictures and video inside of our public buildings that we pay for with our taxes. It's under freedom of press, First Amendment, and without further ado, let's head on in.
Testing.
K161, that's your ticket number?
No, ma'am.
No?
No.
Okay, so are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. You already told them in the front?
No.
No?
No, I just walked in.
So they're doing testing there, so you cannot go that way.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So you're not allowed to record back here because of the confidential information that's recorded. You're allowed to record out there all you want, but unfortunately you're not going to be allowed to record back here.
Hi, what's your name again?
My name is Gail Stason. I'm the manager.
Gail, nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Zach.
to meet you.
Yeah, I'm just filming all I'm able to see from public. That's all.
Okay. All right, but because there's confidential information shared back here, you're not allowed to record back here.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, sir? Hey, good. How are you? Can I get your name and badge number?
Montalbano 6038.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
going to
it.
ask you to interact with me, not him, okay? But we do need you to step back into the lobby so you can record out there.
Well, I can record anywhere that's public, right,
No, sir,
officer?
not back here
Well,
where
this
it's
area
confidential.
really isn't public. This is testing.
Well, I'm not
Let's
back in
step
testing.
up out here, please, sir.
I will. I
Okay,
will in a
let's
minute.
do that right now. No, sir, not in a minute.
You were
We'll do it now.
doing so good.
Yes, sir.
Gail,
But
right?
We need to have our yes, but we
Okay.
need to have our conversation out there, not back here. So I'm going to ask you to
Okay.
go out to the lobby and we'll talk out there.
Well, I'm gonna finish getting my pictures and stuff, and then I'll head
No,
out
sir,
there.
that's
I
not
just
how it
walked
works,
in.
not back here.
So you don't have any signage
So,
that says restricted area?
no, I don't. But there's confidential information that's back here. So
Every public building has
I
confidential
understand.
information.
But we have people back here testing right now, so we
I'm
need
not-
to take
I'm
this
not filming them.
confirmation. We're
I'm not filming
talking,
them.
which can be distracting to them when they're trying to.
The only reason why I'm still here is because you came out and talked to me, which I'm okay with.
Well,
You can talk
this-
to me. That's fine.
Well, we're going to talk out here, so we're not distracting them,
Well,
and you're not allowed to record
respectfully,
back here.
I'm not going to follow your
Okay,
directives.
please escort him out.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't respectfully ignore their directives. That'd be like me respectfully burying my knee in your balls.
Let's go, sir.
Are you escorting me out, sir?
I'm escorting. Would you like him trespass from the property?
I will follow up with you on that in just a moment.
Oh, Lord, here we go with it. You can't solicit a trespass. Show me the statute behind that, son.
Okay.
Because I'm not breaking the law or anything. So
Let's go, sir.
Don't touch me, sir. Sir.
Don't touch me.
Let's go, sir.
Why are you touching me?
Because
Is that a lawful order?
It is a lawful order.
What happens if I don't leave? What happens if I don't leave? Are you arresting me?
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you're going to handcuffs.
What law you suspect me of committing? I know you said she asked me to leave, but what law am I suspecting of committing?
At this point,
violating, excuse me.
possibly trespass until we determine what's going to happen.
Well, it's trespass after warning, though.
Yeah, you were asked to step out multiple times, sir.
Deputy Sheriff is about to turn off my body camera once again, which is against the law.
What the hell kind of law you think that is? What law book you reading? I'm gonna need the statute on that one.
All right, so you can just put John Doe on the trespass.
Need your correct information for the trespass.
You can just put my description down. Legally speaking, in the state of Florida, you just put my physical description down. John Doe is a name. If you need to put a name down, but I'm not giving you my name willingly. You don't need my private information to do a trespass.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Providing false information to a cop trying to identify you in Florida is an arrestable offense. Smooth move, X-Lax.
Mr. Doe, what is your physical address, sir?
I'm not giving you my physical address either, sir.
Okay.
Just put my physical description, and that's all you need.
Hang tight right there, sir.
I smell obstruction.
So, what is the situation here today?
I was just in there taking pictures and video, gathering content for a story. Before I had a chance to even answer any questions from anybody, the woman in there, Gail, I guess she's the manager of some sort, and she asked me to not go back into the testing area, which I wasn't.
Now what you say? Y'all say what? One more time.
Now you just lying. They said you was in the testing area.
I was recording from a public space. You can film all you can see, similar to plain view doctrine that you guys have. You can flash your flashlights, people's cars and whatnot. And then he came out a little hot. I introduced myself. He introduced himself. He identified himself, which was good. But he immediately grabbed my arm, and because she kept asking that I leave, and I politely said, I'm not going to leave willingly, or I'm not going to follow your directives just because you want me to go out into the lobby. When I finish, I'll go out to the lobby. I'm still gathering my content. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not disrupting anybody's business.
You've been asked to
but
yourself
it's a
from
public building. If it was a private building and it was like a manager of like a bank or something, say you can't go back in the area, I'm asking you to leave, I would absolutely 100% have to leave at that point.
But you do understand she has the right of the manager of the establishment and business to have you removed from the property.
Not a law-abiding citizen.
I don't know too many law-abiding citizens that trespass.
Yes, you
If
can.
I'm disrupting business, which I was, I'm not keeping anyone from doing their job.
You're recording in the business that where they're testing and where this is basically personal information, it's tests to do driver's license, things like that.
Every public building.
Have you asked people in there if you can record them?
If I go to Disney and take pictures, do I have to ask every single person
Well,
I'm taking a picture of?
They are in a place where they are getting their driver's license, they're doing tax documents, they're doing all this stuff.
Okay.
So this is a different establishment than you would at Disney.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we refer to as a false equivalency. You go to Disney World expecting to collaterally wind up on someone's camera. Hell, every time you get on a ride, you get a picture snapped of you. And when you're at Disney World, I seriously doubt you're going to be passing out tax documents, sensitive information that could be stolen and used for ID theft.
So with what I was doing in there, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
This is the thing. They have asked you to be trespassed from the property.
But what if they were asking to trespass me for having dark skin? You wouldn't enforce that, would you?
Let's do this.
It's unconstitutional.
Be logical.
Boy, much like Da Vinci with oils and Mozart with notes, this guy's a virtuoso in false equivalencies. Yes, it would be a violation of your civil rights if they ask you to leave due to the color of your skin. But that's not what they're doing. You're carrying a camera, which can be used to capture sensitive information. That can be used for ID theft. You idiot.
Let's be constitutional and logical.
Let's be logical in reference to this situation.
I'm
they
logical.
have asked you to be removed from the establishment, which that is their right.
I'm not breaking any law. It's not a right.
They've asked to be trespassed. They've asked you not to record in there where people are taking the test, where they're doing their documents, things like that. You can understand this is not a Disney World, Busch Garden, somewhere like that where you're going to...
I use that example to you know, just say you don't go around asking people if you can get their picture.
My example,
and that's a private,
logical.
and so in public. So no, it is logical. I was making the point that at Disney World, if you take a selfie and you got 4,000 people behind you, you're not gonna go around and ask everybody if you have their permission to be in your picture. This is public though. In public, you don't have to do that.
Hang on 1 second. You have been asked to remove yourself from the property.
Well, I'm off now.
No, you're not. You're not off the property.
Well, I'm not filming where they
now asked for you to be trespassed.
Okay.
So at this point, you're no longer legally allowed to be at this property.
All right. So am I officially trespassed?
You are officially
okay.
trespassed.
Am I going to get like a form or something like that so I can put you all as a defendant?
Provide your information. We will give you all of our information.
Oh, I'm not giving out my private information because that's.
Well, this is the thing. Give us your name,
needed.
your date of birth. We'll pull it up. We're not out here publicizing.
Okay. Well, then I don't need it then. So, your name again, Sergeant Wood, and what's your badge number?
7250.
Okay. And what was yours again, sir?
But this is the thing. You're not free to leave because we're in the investigation where you're being trespassed from this property. So we need your information. If you want to do it privately.
Well, it's unlawful detainment because I wasn't breaking the law. If she wants me off the property, you guys are going to try to enforce an unconstitutional.
During an investigation, you are refusing to provide your information. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you're doing. Things like that.
You don't know what this lady's doing with the pink hat on.
But I guarantee you, if I go up to her and ask her if she could provide her information, you can freely tell me it.
You can guarantee that?
Yeah.
I'm
sure she has no problem because she's not here to do anything malicious or anything like that.
So because I'm exercising my Fourth Amendment, I'm malicious or nefarious?
No, you can exercise your right all you want.
Well, obviously not, because you're violating my rights.
No, I'm not.
Your name's going to be on a civil lawsuit, and you're going to lose it, and you lose your qualified immunity as well as him.
Fine. The thing of it
it's not my first rodeo.
You are being trespassed from the property. The thing of it is.
Okay, well then I'll leave.
What is your name? And what is your information?
I'm not giving my name unless I have to by law.
You do by law because we are conducting an investigation.
Okay, well, I don't have to help you with your investigation. I don't work for the police department.
Look, I just got one thing to say to that. Bitch, please! Today's Frauditor Roundup, Bitch Please, is brought to you by Red's Pure Old Panther Piss. That's right, you need panther piss, and it ain't none of our business. So next time you need some panther piss, compromise elsewhere. Reach for Red's. Bitch, please! Look, you don't have to help them as much as they want, but there is a thing called obstruction. Turn your stuff over.
Well, we can detain you until you're willing to do that.
It's an unlawful detainment. You can only detain me for what, 10 minutes?
You have been trespassed from this property. Your cooperation.
Okay, well then I gotta leave then.
You go sooner.
You can only be arrested if after warning you don't leave.
The reason that you're acting like this is because you probably are one of the people that want to act out with law enforcement, which that's fine.
No, I respect law enforcement. I support law enforcement. I'm a conservative. I voted for Trump twice. Listen. I want you to do your job. I'm not asking you to treat me any differently than the average citizen. I want to see our police and I want to see our public servants upheld our rights. You swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not? Both of you.
You're upholding the rights.
So you're violating my rights. No, yes, you are. First Amendment, freedom of press.
Where you are not identifying yourself.
I don't have to identify myself. This isn't Nazi Germany.
Yes.
This is America. Learn the Constitution. Uphold your oath.
Look, I might not be the best historian out there, but I think Nazis, their biggest sin was not making people ID themselves. I'm going to speed this up just a tad, make it a little bit easier to listen to.
You know, I'm all about education. That's why one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm glad you got your supervisor. That takes it off of you. But if you think about it, there's cameras all around the building, and any member of the public can FOIA request that footage, and they can use that footage without question. They can put it on social media, they can whatever. So it's not illegal what you capture on video. What is illegal is if you criminally sell that information or do something unlawful with that information. But just the capture, that's not against the law. How long have you been in law enforcement?
About 18 years.
Oh wow. Are you a deputy or sheriff? Sheriff, right? Deputy Sheriff?
Deputy Sheriff.
Oh. And that's the sergeant?
It is the on-duty patrol sergeant. Yes.
All right, got it. Who's your all's captain?
Davis.
Davis? So when someone's trespassed from a building, they can be arrested lawfully if they don't leave at that point. But once they've been warned, and the police officer threatens the citizen with arrest, and the citizen then leaves, and you guys don't need, legally, you don't need, have to get their private information.
Well, but see, you're being trespassed from the property, which means you're not allowed back on the property.
Correct.
And we have to be able to positively identify that person,
Physical,
not just by what
yeah.
they're wearing.
Physical description, you can put, I mean, because I don't have to get up, because it's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely correct. It's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. However, you could have a twin brother. Your twin brother is not trespassed from the property, but you are.
I
If all
get
I
it.
have is physical description, then I don't know if it's you or your twin brother, and I could unlawfully arrest
I
you
get
for
it, I get it,
trespass.
but the way it works in the United States by law is that you have to be breaking the law in order to get that information. You can't enforce that information for someone. You can ask, but you can't enforce it unless they've actually broken the law. That's the beauty of the United States, is that you don't have to give up that information unless you've done something to break the law. But when I get trespassed from buildings, I don't go back until I get it quashed or I fight it in court. So it's really not that much to investigate. I simply walked in, exercising peacefully my freedom of press rights under the First Amendment. A lady who works here said, who I pay with my tax dollars, asked me to leave, and I politely said, well, I'm not going to leave into the lobby until I finish getting my pictures and video. And then you saw how quickly that escalated from there. It's not like, there's not much to investigate beyond that. Y'all really should get the body cameras, though.
Well, again, that's something that you'd have to discuss with the sheriff. We don't run body cameras, nor do we run an in-car camera.
Man, y'all should, though. That's for your own protection and also, for the citizens. Transparency and accountability, man. It's the only people I could see not liking that would probably be, I'm not saying you are, but like a crooked cop or something probably wouldn't want that. But as long as everyone's doing their job appropriately, it just protects you and protects the people you're serving, But I'll talk to whoever I would need to speak with about it. This is the first county that I've encountered personally that doesn't have the body cams. It's pretty standard anywhere else you go.
Right now, we're still in the midst of an investigation, so
Mhm.
until that investigation is complete, you're not free to leave.
I know, but it's state of Florida. You have 10 or 20 minutes, one of the two. Like if you don't finish your investigation, you can detain somebody only for 10 or 20 minutes, one of the two. I can't remember which one it is. Do you know which one it is?
I'm not. No.
Because you can't detain somebody all day, obviously. So there's a stipulation on how long, what the time frame is on that. So
I believe it says a reasonable amount of time. And right now, since the investigation is still ongoing,
okay. So you guys know I'm all for law and order. I told you all before I voted for Trump twice. Probably gonna vote for him a third time. So I respect law enforcement, especially when they do their jobs right. I want to make sure in this case you guys are upholding your oath. That's key here, because that's the number one thing you guys have to prioritize over anything else, is making sure that our rights are being upheld. And I get the whole private information thing, but you go into any private or any public building, it's the same story. They all have there's private information being, but the onus is not on a member of the public, and that's not my responsibility to protect that information. It's on them to protect that information, but they have to do so without eroding or stepping on our rights. And the reason they don't need cell phones back in the testing areas is because they don't want them cheating on the test. But if I'm recording them taking their test, that's not, logically that's not doing anything nefarious, or it's certainly not breaking the law. I'm guessing the sergeant is on the phone with her boss, right? Lieutenant, or?
Can't answer who she's speaking with.
See, that's what I don't like. See that blue line flag on the truck behind you? I see that as a desecration of the American flag. I love this country, and I hate that our rights are being eroded, but that blue line signifies doing justice for the brothers in blue instead of blind justice, which should be blind, And part of the reason why I'm here is because, I want blind justice. I want the people to be able to exercise their rights freely in America, where we're the only country in the world that has a First Amendment. But if you don't exercise them, they're like muscles. They tend to fade away if you don't exercise them. Otherwise, they're just words on paper.
And what do you think of the same flag with a red line or with the yellow line?
I think it's a desecration of the American flag. I think you should just leave the American flag alone. I think what it symbolizes already is, can't be more perfect, It's just a gang symbol. It has that mentality of, I'm here to defend my brothers in blue, or I'm here to enforce feelings or policy. You guys are law enforcement. You guys should enforce the law. And again, justice is blind. That's why I'm a big supporter of, this country and how it's designed to operate. hope she's quick, because I gotta go to work here pretty soon. In a perfect world, what should have happened in there is, if I was a police officer, knowing what I know now, what should have happened was Gail should have been talked to respectfully and say, hey, this gentleman's not breaking the law. I understand the whole private information thing, however you want to say it, but you know, she can't kick somebody off of property. You guys can't, she can't have you enforce taking a law-abiding citizen off of public property for being engaged in constitutionally protected activity. I've seen it before where officers, they already have been through this rodeo before, and they just pull them aside and explain to them like, hey, this guy's not breaking the law. I understand it can be uncomfortable, but you know, this country's designed to be so you don't give up freedoms for security. It's just part of it.
Hey, did you get the message?
Go ahead.
Get a rope.
Alright. So you are being placed under arrest.
Oh, really? Alright, just don't turn that on.
There's been...
What's the, what law have I broken? You're supposed to... No, I don't have any knives. And don't turn off the video either. I was unlawfully arrested and charged for 3 misdemeanors, namely trespass, failed to leave upon proper order to do so, 2, resisting arrest without violence, 3, false ID given to law enforcement officer. All 3 are absolutely bogus, as you can see. I was never released from unlawful detainment to have the opportunity to leave. I never resisted, and I never gave a false ID to law enforcement. John Doe is a name if you need to put a name down, but I'm not giving my name willingly.
Well, I can tell by that sundial it's time to say goodnight. Put little beads on the fire, little Moscow mule on ice. And as always, cuddle up with a clean shirt and a dirty woman. Anyway, good night. I bid you adieu.